They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their abilities, really know. They say they care, we know they really don't. It's all a front for show, they do it all for show. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow. I was just cruising the streets, I was looking for something to eat. I'm trying to get me some sleep, I'm trying to make it for me. My family struggling for peace, my family needs what they got. My family eating they sleeps, my family eating these streets. My family, it's a PSA announcement. They say they care, but they really don't. Kamikaze twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on blaming the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really know? You give them your rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways, don't say you're poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door. You ain't no better than politicians and hypocrites. Use your power to make a change, you make the difference. All this talking you saying, it ain't saying much. They say they care, but do they really know? It's beyond their ability, they really know. They say they care, we know they really don't. It's all the front for show, they do it all for show. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen,
they let it burn slow. They set the world on fire, they let it burn slow.
All right, it's showtime, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, happy, what is it, Tuesday? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Miss Silk. Nice to see you bright and early. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. Absolutely.
It's like a curse.
That's right.
And I can't escape it.
It really is, ladies and gentlemen.
Deja vu. It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up the racks. I'm at the building and screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage,
yes, Lynn, thank you.
I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. See it in my living room, screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. This morning star, shout out
to a maniac.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess we going viral cause my zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
And the thing is my destiny, they left me.
Woo!
They don't give me pause, they test me.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause I mean it.
Right.
I got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days. That shit was radical.
What?
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Cut it out.
It's like deja vu.
It's like deja vu.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu.
Let's go.
It's deja vu.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up. Let's go ahead and get this show started and let's get it off the road. All right, today is Tuesday. All right, January 9th. And, you know, it's an exciting week. Once again, we are back doing the Lord's work. And that's what this is truly all about. I am your host for the morning, your pilot for a good hour and a half, 2 hours. All right. And so let's just get straight into it. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. All right. JJ, I see you, champ. Long time no see. It's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. And listen, I'm so honest. I don't mind if these folks out here unfollow me and they block me. You go right on ahead and block Zeus, all right? That's your problem. That's not mine. I don't mind being that honest, all right? Because you know what? I know who's with me and I know who's against me, right? The next H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble, all right? I'm the most humble person on social media. If I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong that much lately, all right? But if I were wrong, I would definitely apologize, all right? Just because your feelings are hurt doesn't mean I'm wrong. And then the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Many of you are familiar with what we do on this side of town. What we do on this side of TikTok is very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for all their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, when it comes to the right, there's a lot of crimes and a lot of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, all right? And along those lines, I got a bit of a PSA announcement. If you are a Trump supporter, if you are a MAGA, if you voted for Donald Trump, if you somehow keep finding it your point in life, your purpose to be on TikTok all the time criticizing the Democrats, right? President Biden and all the Democrats, right? You are not allowed to be a victim on this platform. You're just not allowed. I won't tolerate it, all right? You need to do one thing, and that's sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? So I'm going to give you the opportunity, you traitors, you seditionists, treasonous traitors, you fake constitutional TikTok lawyers, you hypocrites, you liars, you insurrectionists, you treasonous. I'll give you an opportunity of a lifetime. If you don't want to be uncomfortable this morning and you don't want nobody to tell you the truth, go ahead and do me a huge favor and exit this live. Exit stage left. That way. Go that way, okay? Because I guarantee you, after this show ends, your feelings are going to be hurt and your breakfast is going to be ruined. So go ahead and leave because it's going to get uncomfortable. All right? But get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country.
Right. And you know they do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
That's it. That's all, folks, right? So, MAGA, listen up, all right? This is what I want you to do, all right?
Silence, you MAGA demons!
Silence, you MAGA demons. Cut it out. If you're a Trump supporter, I don't want to see any of that Trump 2024 nonsense in my comments. I don't want to see any of that FJB stuff in my comments. Act like you know how to behave on TikTok. None of that genocide Joe nonsense. You take that somewhere else on TikTok. All right? What I need you to do is actually sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? All right? Now, normally I have a speech queued up, but I decided to let the MAGA demon speak himself. All right? I'm going to let Donald Trump has to go to court today. Well, he doesn't have to, but he decides to go to court today, to get this to the appellate court because he wants to be there while they discuss this whole presidential immunity nonsense. But you know what you do before you go to court, right? You put out a video, right? You put out a video before you go to court trying to plead your case, hoping the judges hear what you got to say, all right? And so in this video, he issues a veiled threat to our leader, our commander-in-chief, President Biden. Now, before I hit play on this nonsense, it's about a good 5 minutes. And you know what? I said, you know what? I'm going to play it until I feel like I've had enough. I might play the whole thing. I might not. But one thing I want you all to keep in mind, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession, all right? So listen to Donald Trump tell on himself, and then at the same time, like elementary kids, I didn't do it, it was him. This is his best defense, ladies and gentlemen, to what he and his supporters know is inevitably going to come, which is jail time. And by the way, please get those tomatoes together, get those booze and shame together, because we're about to give MAGA a good old-fashioned round of booze and shame after this. Let's go.
And tomorrow I'll be attending another Biden-inspired federal appeals court argument on presidential immunity in Washington, D.C. Of course, I was entitled as President of the United States and Commander-in-Chief to immunity. I'm entitled to immunity. Every president has immunity, especially one that did the job I did. I did a great job. And I wasn't working for myself. I was working for the country. I wasn't campaigning. The election was long over. Wasn't campaigning. I was looking for voter fraud, something that I have to do under my mandate. I have to look for voter fraud. And I was finding it. Tremendous amounts of voter fraud in the 2020 election. We have volumes of information. It's all there. And I was doing my job, which I had to do. And it's my obligation to do. And otherwise, running our country and running it well. We didn't have Russia going into Ukraine. We didn't have Israel under attack. We didn't have China talking every day about going into Taiwan. We didn't have inflation. We had a great economy. If I don't get immunity, then crooked Joe Biden doesn't get immunity. And all of the things he's done to allow the border invasion, millions and millions of people coming into our country, many from prisons, jails, mental institutions, insane asylums, many terrorists coming into our country. That's really allowing insurrection. And come into a situation where he allowed the surrender to Afghanistan. We surrendered, the United States of America surrendered to Afghanistan, where we gave them $85 billion worth of free, the best military equipment anywhere in the world, left thousands of hostages behind, and they were American hostages behind, still there, many of them, and 13 dead soldiers and many soldiers so badly hurt. This is gross incompetence. We did a surrender in Afghanistan. Nothing's ever been so embarrassing in the history of our country.
Right.
Also, the millions and millions of dollars that went into Joe Biden's pockets with money from foreign countries like Russia, Afghanistan, China, many others.
Wait a second now. He just said millions of dollars went into Joe Biden's hands from countries like Russia and China. And we all just found out last week it was really Trump that got those millions and millions of dollars from China. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, everything that he is accusing President Biden of doing, I want you to understand, he's really talking about himself. He surrendered to Afghanistan. He's the one that wanted to invite the Taliban to the White House. He's the one that brought down the number of troops in Afghanistan. All right, trying to set President Biden up because he knew he lost. This guy right here, he's the insurrectionist. He's the traitor. All right, but he goes on this unhinged rant the day before court because he knows they won't listen to this in the courtroom. So his only hope is to get his supporters and the judges to listen to this nonsense. And I got some bad news, MAGA. It's not going to work.
I mean, Joe would be ripe for indictment. So you're saying that Trump shouldn't get immunity, but Joe Biden would? I didn't do anything like he did. I ran a great country. This guy's gotten $3.5 million from the mayor of Moscow's wife. What's that all about? And that's the least of it. One of the reasons he's so soft on China is because he received a lot of money from China, and he's afraid to do anything about it or say anything because he knows. He's afraid to say, we have a Manchurian candidate in Joe Biden. We have to get him out. By weaponizing the DOJ against his political opponent, me, Joe Biden has opened a giant Pandora's box. As president, I was protecting our country and doing a great job of doing so, and the historians will be saying that. They already are. But just look around at the complete mess that crooked Joe Biden has caused. He's the worst president in the history of our country by far.
Donald Trump is the worst president in the history of our country by far. This is what he's saying to his supporters. All right. I know his supporters, they can't process this because the average Trump supporter has no higher than an 8th grade education. But I'm breaking it down for them like this so they understand. This is why Donald Trump is a threat to democracy.
Also the most corrupt president. The least I'm entitled to is presidential immunity, just like any other president would get. I'd be the only one that they would even consider not giving me immunity.
He does sound scared.
Because for whatever reason, people are angry that I've done such a good job, and I've replaced people that were corrupt, that were supposed to be president. So...
Well, sir, if you did such a good job, Mr. Defendant Trump, why didn't you get a second term? There's not a Trump supporter on this app that can answer that question about why Donald Trump didn't get a second term. You know what they say to me? Oh, because it was rigged. It was stolen. That's a terrible answer. You Trump supporters, let's give them some booze and shame. It's long past, dude. Let's give MAGA right now their first round of booze and shame. Got all these Trump supporters in my comment section crying. A bunch of sissies. This guy out here in the comment section, what is his name? Trick Bait? Is that what we call him? Miss Boss Diva, Tricky Dicky? Is that what you call him? He's in my comment section crying. Every day he gets steamrolled on TikTok. Him and his friends on TikTok, they get steamrolled on TikTok because they love to worship Donald Trump. You know, I asked Trickbait one day, I said, what do you want for Christmas? And this is what Trickbait said to Zeus. He said, Zeus, please don't tell nobody this, but I would love to have the opportunity to change Donald Trump's dirty diaper and smell it. That's what he said. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this stuff up. These are nasty people.
Take on the fake Biden indictments. They're all Biden indictments. These aren't indictments, as we say, like God coming down from heaven and saying you did something wrong. These were indictments given and pushed by Joe Biden. And he told his DOJ to do it. Don't believe anything else. He told his DOJ to do it. Go and indict him. Because he's losing badly in the polls. So badly that he figures this is the only way that he can win. The only problem is that thus far, it's pushed us way up in the polls, higher than anybody's ever been.
Right. Okay, so the only problem with these indictments, according to the MAGA logic, by the way, Donald Trump is speaking, he's speaking MAGAnese, for those of you who don't know what the language that Donald Trump is speaking. It sounds like English, but this is MAGAnese, right? You can hear the MAGA on his mouth, the way he puts his verbs and adjectives together and arranges them, it causes a harmonic frequency to resonate in the minds of his supporters and get them to believe his lies, all right? And so he's sitting here saying the only good thing that's came out of the indictment are his poll numbers. So this is where the MAGA logic breaks down. So it's a good thing he's being indicted is what he's basically trying to say to his supporters. And he's basically saying, thank you, President Biden, for my poll numbers being as high as they are, which is so bizarre if you ask me.
Because people see it's a scam and they see it's a persecution and they don't like it when it comes to anything, but certainly not when it comes to a president. They're running a political campaign in a dirty way, even worse than they did previously. And frankly, it's never happened in our country before. It only happens in third world countries or banana republics.
Right. So when he says banana republic, you got to understand, he's talking about the clothing store, right? Because he doesn't know what a real banana republic is, from what I understand. Donald Trump doesn't really read or anything. He just catches on the buzzwords. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are Trump supporters, I think he's basically saying go to the banana republic and get yourself some better clothes, because right now you're looking nasty out here. Make yourselves look good so you can be a part of his campaign. I think that's what he's saying, right?
They're using their Department of Injustice to go after his political appointment. And this is all him. 100% him. He's the one that told them to do it, and they obey his orders. It's a shame. Never happened in the United States before, but it's happened now. And he has to be careful, because that can happen to him also.
Right, it could.
The next president, whoever that may be, has a statute of limitations that go back 6 years. That's a long time, Joe. You have to be very careful. We have to guard and protect our country. We have to do what's right for our country. You don't indict your political opponent because he opposes the corrupt election, which you know was corrupt. Everybody knows it was corrupt.
But this is the same guy that was impeached for trying to get Ukraine to get dirt on Joe Biden. Now he's all of a sudden, he's found some sort of moral compass or some sort, and now he wants to be the ambassador of the rule of law. I mean, this, ladies and gentlemen, definitely is one for the history books. But Mr. Former President, Mr. Defendant, please go ahead and please wrap this victim speech up for us, right? I got other things to do.
The American public knows it was corrupt. You don't indict your political opponent. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. After listening to Donald Trump cry like a little baby, blame President Biden for all of his failures, And you know what came after that? I'm pretty sure an email went out to his supporters demanding that they pay him some money. There's really only one thing left to do before we get this show started. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters, especially the traitors that are in my comments section, crying like little girls, little sissies out there. You know who they are, the trick baits out there. Let's give them some booze and shame. This is sad. This is sad. I mean, how do these grown men wake up every single day and worship Donald Trump like this? They got to have something wrong with them upstairs, ladies and gentlemen. There's something wrong with a lot of these Trump supporters. And you know, I'm way past. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional therapist. So I just call it like I see it. These are folks out here who are possessed with a MAGA demon. All right? They live in delusion. They promote lies. They spread misinformation and conspiracies. I got these Russian bears that I know on this app. All right. There's some Russian bears on this app. All right. And they go around here, and instead of being in a book somewhere, they spend all their time on these TikTok streets promoting lies and misinformation. And every time I ask them where do they get their information from, I get no answer. Right? But then they will be the same people that'll come up to me and go, Zeus, oh, you get that article from Yahoo. And then you go into a TikTok live and you argue with them. Guess what they pull up? Zeus, I got the evidence. They do a screenshot and then they come back with some evidence from Yahoo. I tell you, a sucker is born every day, and a lot of you Trump supporters ain't nothing but a bunch of new licks. All right, I get it. But you ain't fooling me. The only people you're fooling is yourselves. And I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind watching MAGA go broke. I don't mind watching MAGA go into prison or anything like that. Nothing gives me more joy in life than to wake up knowing another Trump supporter has been arrested, convicted, sentenced. Yeah, I like making these TikTokers out here. You know what I do? I like making them throw away their accounts on TikTok. Yeah, I get them so mad when I go in there and tell the truth. They delete themselves. These folks are nothing but some knuckleheads. All right, let's talk about our first topic. Trump officially asked Georgia judge to dismiss case about immunity shields because he's saying presidential immunity shields him. This is what Donald Trump's latest trick is. Attorneys for former President Donald Trump argue that a Georgia election interference case should be dismissed because he has, quote, absolute immunity from prosecution. And you can hear these TikTok lawyers, they go out here on TikTok and they try to be Trump's lawyer on TikTok. And just like in the real world, it doesn't work. It don't work on TikTok. So if you hear anyone trying to defend that Donald Trump has presidential immunity, please just do this. Say this to them. If you hear somebody out here trying to say Donald Trump has presidential immunity, do this.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Just say silence, you MAGA demon. All right? In an expected 67-page motion, Donald Trump asked Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee to dismiss the case against him. Trump is accused of participating in a conspiracy to overturn the 2020 presidential election. From 1789 to 2023, no president has ever faced criminal prosecution for acts committed while in office, the filing noted. That unbroken historic tradition of presidential immunity is rooted in the separation of powers and the text of the Constitution. The indictments in this case charges President Trump for acts that lie at the heart of his official responsibilities as president. The indictment is barred by presidential immunity and should be dismissed with prejudice. The attorneys for Trump claim the president's absolute immunity shields him from criminal prosecution as well as civil suit. The act alleged in the indictment lies squarely within the outer perimeter of the president's official duties. In fact, they lie at the very heart of presidential responsibilities, the motion said, referring to Trump's claims that the 2020 election was rigged. Organizing slates of electors in furtherance of that effort to have Congress exercise its responsibilities falls within the president's official duties, is what he said. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that Judge Tanya Chutkan, God bless her heart, in Washington, D.C., as well as other judges, have already ruled that presidents are not absolutely immune, all right? And that after they leave office, if they've broken the law, they can be prosecuted and they can be prosecuted, whether it's criminal or civilly. And yet Donald Trump continues to get out here on social media and say otherwise. Ladies and gentlemen, before we give Donald Trump another round of booze and shame, I want to make sure we all have a clear understanding of this. Presidents are not absolutely immune. If a president breaks the law, they can be charged for breaking the law. So anybody interested in becoming president of the United States, please keep that in mind. Otherwise, you will have the same fate as this MAGA demon, Donald Trump, who we all know is going to go broke before he goes to prison. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Okay. Now I see there's some dissension in the comment section still. Maybe you didn't hear me when I said it earlier.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Is there anybody in the audience forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay here in the United States? By a show of hands, any of you forcing MAGA to stay here? You know what they ought to do? They ought to deport MAGA. Let's deport MAGA. Do you guys like that? We should deport MAGA. I think that's a good idea. I'm done playing games with you traitors. You know what the most ridiculous question on TikTok is right now? You go into a live and you'll talk to a Trump supporter and they'll say, Zeus, do you think Trump supporters are traitors? Do you think Trump supporters are insurrectionists? And without hesitation, the answer is absolutely yes. Do you think Trump supporters are racist? Without hesitation, absolutely. And all of a sudden, they get sad and they're in their feelings. That's why I say you don't deserve to be American citizens at this point, MAGA. You really don't. And we should deport you. You are traitors. You are domestic terrorists. End of discussion. And you can keep bringing up BLM riots, snuggles, snuggle bubbles, struggle buns, struggler. You could keep getting these fake graphics from wherever you get them from, some right-wing conspiracy site, and posting them in your background to try to make yourself sound intellectual. But I'm not falling for it, champ. I'm not falling for it. BLM riots and whatever you want to call them, the protests. All right, you know what? Sometimes you got to have some casualties of war in order to get your point across, right? And as far as I'm concerned, what do they say? The ends justify the means, something like that. It was necessary in order to draw attention to a very serious issue. But you don't want to ever talk about what was the whole purpose of January 6th. What the heck was that all about? Tell me how January 6th was somehow tied to some social justice movement, Snuggles. And you can't. Because first of all, if there was election interference and if it was stolen, we have legal remedies in terms of how to resolve that. No one told your silly behinds to book flights and go to support Donald Trump on January 6th. You guys are nothing but some domestic terrorists. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next topic. One of those MAGA demons, a few of them actually, they sent me some videos on TikTok and Twitter talking about this. Fonnie Willis is accused of having an improper romance with an attorney hired to prosecute Donald Trump. So now you got MAGA doing exactly what we've been talking about. Number one, it's always interesting that you Trump supporters have no problem going after women of color, especially black women. All right. Trying to demonize them and make them look like something they're not. But let's just say Fonnie Willis is doing whatever she's doing. You know what? That's her business. That's not yours. You need to stay out of grown folks' business. Number one. But as we get further and further into this nonsense, all right, there's some things about this that just, they don't settle that well with Zeus. All right. So let's get into this. Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis has been accused of having a romantic relationship with top prosecutor in the case against Donald Trump. Mike Roman, this is who served on the embattled ex-president's 2020 re-election campaign, made the allegations, keyword allegations, on Monday, but failed to provide hard evidence to back up his claims. So let's look at this traitor right here. This is Mike Roman. I can see the MAGA demon in his eyes, right? And you know what this means? Mike Roman definitely is an insurrectionist. Mike Roman definitely is a traitor. He's definitely a bigot. He's definitely racist. He's a cultist. He's ignorant. He's perverted, definitely. He's prison bait. He's a chaos agent. Oh, and one last thing. He's a victim, right? He's a victim. Mike Roman, ladies and gentlemen, is the one spreading this information about Fonnie Willis. And he's also being prosecuted by Fonnie Willis, all right? Roman also claims Willis and Wade went on a traditional vacation destinations together, including the Caribbean and Napa Valley, and have been seen together in and about the Atlanta area. However, he provided no documentation of the alleged trips. So, to you MAGA demons out there, nice try. This is a guy who's trying to get out of being prosecuted. Just like Rudy Giuliani went up in that courtroom and said the case should be dismissed, just like Donald Trump is trying to get the case dismissed, this guy, a MAGA demon Mike Roman, decided, you know what a good way to get this case dismissed? Let's make up something about Fonnie Willis and let that be something that goes on so we can then say, you know what? She's not qualified to do this. And guess what? I don't buy it, not one bit. Nice try, Mike Roman. But you're still going to go to prison. All right, because that's just how this works in the United States of America. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Mike Roman, this MAGA demon, what he deserves for lying on a sister, for lying on Fonnie Willis and not being able to provide any evidence of the accusations he's making, only just trying to escape justice. And we know this is going to fail miserably. Join me in giving Mike Roman another round of booze and shame. Ladies and gentlemen, please take my word. If a Trump supporter tells you anything, please make sure you look it up yourself, because I guarantee you 110% of the time it's not credible. And even if it is credible, just go look it up, because I'm pretty sure they got something in there wrong. What these Trump supporters, and you got to keep in mind, these are folks with 8th grade educations. These are folks that are professing to be Christians, but really they're hypocrites. These are folks that actually went to the Capitol on January 6th and are sitting in a jail cell. Ask yourself, what kind of real advice can they give you? These folks get on TikTok and cry they don't got any money. They say they can't afford any eggs. But then you see them on TikTok sending coins to each other every time one of them lies. They're not credible individuals, all right? Trust me. I've dealt with them long enough, all right? Speaking of credible, all right, we got another situation to address, MAGA. This is a MAGA mascot right here, ladies and gentlemen. Marjorie Trader Greene, all right? We know what she is. The pipe bomber on January 6th, some say. All right. She suffers another humiliating defeat, and it's one for the books, they're saying. All right. This is an interesting story. All right. You know, there's a couple of MAGA mascots out there, and Marjorie is definitely one of them. Marjorie Taylor Greene is encountering a problem on her book tour. How do you sell books to people like Trickbait? How do you sell books to people like Snuggles? How do you sell books to the Russian bears? You know who those Russian bears are. Where my Russian bears at? Where my bears at?
Hold on. You poke the bear, you're going to get the bear.
Yeah. The conspiracy crazed congresswoman held multiple book signings this past weekend in Florida, drawing sparse crowd size. Now, before she went on her book tour, this is what she said, ladies and gentlemen. This is what she said. Listen to what she said. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this thing queued up. Hold on. You know, We gotta sometimes bring receipts, right? That makes it a little bit more palatable, right, to understand and process. This is what she said. Okay, hold on.
Just wanted to come on and give you all a quick message. You may have seen in the news today because the Democrats are loving it, the left-leaning media are all about it, twisting and lying about the story. But I am so excited to announce that they couldn't cancel my book signing tomorrow on January 6th. And this has been absolutely outrageous. You know, the Democrats want to do anything to cancel everything I say, cancel the words you speak. Because
okay, so her thing was the Democrats were canceling her book tour. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what ended up happening at that infamous book tour, all right? First of all, look at that. Lots of books, no people. Ugh. Snuggles, J Bear, Stacy Bear, why aren't you buying Marjorie Trickbait? Why aren't you buying any of these books? Look at this. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, look at what they're saying online about this situation. Oh my god. MTG at Iron Horse. Excuse me. MTG at Iron Horse. What is it? Okay, here we go. Salone in Dayton, raking in the cash yesterday with her book signing event. What irritates me, ladies and gentlemen, is all the trees that were sacrificed in the first printing of such a dribble. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at what they're saying about her. Huge crowd today at Marjorie Taylor Greene's book signing in Dayton Beach, right? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you really can't make this stuff up, all right? You really can't, all right? You really can't. Look at this. They're just laughing at her. This goes to show you what happens when you build your whole platform on baseless lies and conspiracies. No one's buying it. Not even the people that cheer with you. This has got to be embarrassing. Not even the people that cheer with you when you lie show up to support you when you need them. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. All right, let's join me. Let me get a closer look at her. Look at Marjorie behind those. Oh my gosh! Just think about all the effort she put into those books. All right, she really was hoping Trickbait and Snuggles and the Bushmasters and all of them would pick up a book, but she didn't understand MAGA doesn't read. Join me in giving Marjorie Taylor Greene what she deserves. Another round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Oh my God, silence, you MAGA demons. Silence, please. All right, guess what? You must not have heard me earlier when I said what I said.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. If you are not happy, leave the United States of America, all right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got another MAGA mascot to address, all right? You know who she is. You know, these Trump supporters, I'm very convinced, they just don't know how to conduct themselves in public spaces. I am so done. Thank you so much, Fiery, all right? I am so done placing any kind of hope in MAGA being able to act like some civilized individuals. MAGA must have got left behind during the evolutionary process. They're very primitive. They're very basic. You know, you can train a dog. You can train most animals. You can even train wild animals. You know, something like, you know, you can put a saddle on a wild horse and get them to comply. But these Trump supporters, they're a lost cause. I've given up all hope. I really have. I've given up all hope with MAGA, and it is now at a point where we just got to take care of them according to the way the law says we can. All right? So let's get back onto Lauren Boebert. And the reason we got to cover Lauren Boebert, because we know whenever Lauren Boebert hits the highlight reel, it's not over that day. It's going to carry out. It's going to play out. All right? So what do we got right here, ladies and gentlemen? Local police investigating the altercation between Lauren Boebert and her ex-husband at a restaurant in Silt, Colorado, have indicated that there may be surveillance video footage showing the altercation. I mean, after all, this is Lauren Boebert. It ain't fun if you ain't getting it on tape, right? We saw what she did at the Beetlejuice musical. It's almost as if Lauren Boebert makes the decision to do these things with the mindset of, as long as there's a camera there, I'm willing to go there and act a plumb dumb fool. This is Lauren Boebert's mentality, okay? Boebert's former husband, Jason Boebert, reportedly told police that he was the victim of domestic violence after an incident at the restaurant that Saturday. And Silt Police Chief Mike Kite told the Denver Gazette that they have the 911 dispatch calls and surveillance video footage from the restaurant that will help them with the investigation. So a lot of people, they said, well, Lauren Boebert's side is saying, well, this is not true. It's all lies. But here's the thing. Remember the whole Beetlejuice thing? When Lauren Boebert lied about that and then the footage came out. You remember how this goes, right? So my hunch is that her husband really is the victim of her domestic violence and that the footage will soon come out and prove that Lauren Boebert once again is lying, because that's all MAGA knows how to do. MAGA doesn't know how to tell the truth. You could tell a Trump supporter, I will give you $1 million bazillion if you could just tell the truth. And they couldn't do it. It's a handicap they got, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this liar what she deserves. All right? Because she's a harasser. What does he like to say? What is she?
Jack.
What does she say? Wait a second. Hold on. What do I want to say about this Lauren Boebert? All right, never mind. Join me in giving Lauren Boebert what she deserves. All right? Because she's a harasser and an abuser. All right? Oh, here goes.
But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Join me in giving her another round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Silence, you MAGA demons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we came to do. All right, we don't hold our punches here, ladies and gentlemen. We get straight down to business when it comes to these Trump supporters. All right, many people ask me, they say, Zeus, can you please tone down your rhetoric? All right, I can't believe you wake up every morning, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, and you get on your platform and you spew nothing but hate and evil rhetoric about Trump supporters. Zeus, could you please not do it? And I said, absolutely not. I refuse to not do it. Because it's only Trump supporters that ask me. Because I have to tell them, I used to be a lot nicer to Trump supporters. I really did. Right? I used to be a lot kinder to MAGA. I really did. All right? The stuff that I'm saying, I wouldn't have said it 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have. But we can't be kind and nice to these Trump supporters anymore. Absolutely not. Because the gloves are off and the jar is open.
Everyone knows I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off and the jar has been opened, MAGA. And you opened it with your insurrectionist behavior. All right, now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is why we call you folks traitors. This is why we call you folks racists. This is why we call you insurrectionists. Because we got the evidence to. That's how this works. Fortunately or unfortunately, that's how this works. We have all the evidence to condemn you and put these titles on you. All right. But one thing in my kingdom, in this platform, you're not allowed to be victims over here. All right. So let's talk about this. Hail Schmittler. Social media posts from Paul Gosar's ex-staffers are about as racist as you would expect. Wow. See, once again, we're catching these Trump supporters acting and behaving just like we say they are. Two of Paul Gosar's, he's a Republican from Arizona, former staffers were accused of being outright racist and anti-Semites in an expose reported by Jared McDonald, envoy, with the Arizona Mirror. The publication confirmed that the former staffers, Alexander Katznelson and Samuel King, were originally hired as interns in Gosar's congressional office. Talking Points memos revealed that a third staffer named Wade Cyril was a high-ranking member of white supremacist Nick Fuentes' Groyper organization. One X account posted photos of the two men alongside with their X handles. All right, let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see what they got here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right, so you see those are their X handles, right? And this is the beautiful thing about social media. We can actually go through and take a look at possibly some of the things that these folks like to say on their platforms. Take a look at this. Women and black people shouldn't have guns. You see why we say what we say, you Trump supporters, you MAGA demons. You are a bunch of racists. What are the demographics of the school you send your child to? Sending your kids to a non-white school is child abuse, is what they say. They say this stuff amongst themselves all the time. All right, John Libowitz lectures white people on how they are the problem. White people aren't the problem. White people are the reason America was great to begin with. This is what Trump means when he says, make America great again. White people founded and created this once great nation. Not Jews, not blacks, not any other group. White people. This is MAGA, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they do on social media, and we got the evidence. Look at this. Pete Buttigieg, all right, and his partner. Disgusting. No, what's disgusting are you. You are all disgusting. Here we go. This is my 88th tweet. Hail Hitler. This is what they do on social media. Here he goes. Look at this. Yeah, that would be great. Or I think that it's because we let the N-words exist. So here, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we say MAGA is racist, right? Because we see this stuff online. Maybe you don't think we do, but we do. So to the Russian bears and all of you Trump supporters on this app that are crying about you don't like being called this, do me a huge favor. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. This is what you do. This is your team right here. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving MAGA what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. You know what? Double up on it, please. Let's give them some booze and shame. They're a bunch of evil people. Don't ever talk to me about President Biden and the 94 crime bill. Don't ever talk to me about nothing Biden is doing. You disgust me. You're a bunch of suckers and losers. Evil.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Silence. You MAGA demons. You all disgust me. I don't listen to a Trump supporter because I know it's not a good thing to do. I won't let none of that evil you got come into my world at all. You gonna have to do what I've been telling them, right, Miss Boss Diva? You gonna have to lay there and burn. I don't mind sending you traitors to prison or hell, whichever comes first. I really don't. I'm not having a civilized discussion with you demons. Look at what you're doing to this country. Your leader, Donald Trump, the most divisive president in U.S. history. The most criminal president in U.S. history. You worship this guy, and you then turn around and try to demonize President Biden. And everything you try to accuse President Biden, all I got to do is go on the internet and take the exact words you say. I drop the word Biden, and I put Donald Trump, and it lights up like a Christmas tree. It lights up like the 4th of July. Donald Trump has a dog whistle the size of a foghorn. You know, President Biden was right. What did President Biden say? What did he say? What did he say? Let me see.
And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards.
I know what you are, all right, and I'm not buying it, all right, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Now let's move on to my last and final topic. I don't have any January 6th information today, unfortunately, but we do have, you know, what I call the next best thing, all right. It seems the FBI, that triple double they got on January 6th, it seems like they're taking a little bit of time off, but as soon as we get some more updates about those insurrectionists, I will be bringing them to the kingdom. All right, let's talk about it. Right-winger who threatened to execute the FBI agents had thousands of rounds of ammo. This is why, you know, when they come in here and they say the violence, the political violence is clearly on the right. I don't want to talk about BLM. Let's talk about MAGA, who's planning the next attack on the United States Capitol. I guarantee you, MAGA is working on the next plan to try to overthrow our government because they failed last time and they just couldn't believe it. But I'm on to their shenanigans. All right. An Arizona man accused of threatening to execute every single FBI agent and employee had high-powered firearms and more than 5,000 rounds of ammunition when they raided his home, the agency said in newly unsealed court documents. All right. The unsealed search warrant returns for Michael Lee Thomasee, 37, whose house and Jeep Cherokee the FBI searched on December 19th. They found, according to the FBI, weapons, one Smith & Wesson, an M&P-15 assault-style rifle, one Remington model, one Springfield Armory, 2,500 rounds of 9mm ammunition, 1,500 rounds of 5.56mm ammunition, 700 plus rounds of shotgun, 10 magazines loaded. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the list goes on and on. Oh my God. Other materials, burnt rifle, one soft case shotgun bag, one bulletproof vest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a terrorist. This is a domestic terrorist. Prosecutors have argued Lee should be jailed pending trial despite having purchased the weapons and ammo legally due to the totality of the circumstances surrounding his violent online threats. Thomasee began posting these threats in May of 2021 on Patriot.win. I guess this is a right-wing conspiracy website, Patriot.win. An online platform that bills itself as a never-ending rally of patriots dedicated to the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, according to the indictment against him. Prosecutors also contend Lee made ongoing threats to a judge that ruled against Alex Jones and goaded the FBI to come to my house and see what happens. Hanging aren't punishments enough, the indictment quotes him saying, I want them to lose their life slowly. He reportedly blamed his behavior on excessive drinking. His lawyers did not respond for comment. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, since he's been indicted, you know, this is as good as we'll get. Thank God the FBI picked up on his smoke signals and decided to do the right thing. Indict his behind. And like a weakling, he decided to blame the fact that he does this on having some sort of substance abuse issue. Join me in giving this insurrectionist domestic terrorist what he deserves. Another round of booze and shame. And because he got indicted by the FBI, you know what we got to do? Let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Let me be crystal clear with you MAGA demons. You will pay. The FBI is watching everything you post online. They're listening to these conversations you're having online, and they got a catalog. They got a library of all the content you've been creating, and when the time is right, they will show up at your front door and execute justice. All right? You're not patriots. You're fatriots. You're traitors. You're insurrectionists. And you don't deserve to have any of the benefits that this country has to offer. As far as I'm concerned, MAGA needs to be deported. And where should we deport them? Deport them to Mars. Elon, give me one of those SpaceX rockets, Elon. I mean, you're so lucky. We're a country of law and order. I'm telling you, if I were in charge of the United States and I found out there was a domestic terrorist like this, he's not even getting a trial. He's not getting a trial. Put him in the spaceship, send him to Mars. I know we'll never have to worry about your special behind. Worthless. You're not doing anything here on this earth that's worth having you here. You're useless here. Just send them straight to Mars. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my monologue for this morning, and it is now time to open up those boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box, all right, and tell the truth, all right? It's like my grandmother says, tell the truth and shame the devil, or as I like to say, shame the MAGA demon, all right? And you're not allowed to be victims in my platform, you Trump supporters. The only thing you can do is sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. And I get it. You know, a lot of these Trump supporters, they spend their time in my comment section on my video. It's the most bizarre thing. And they think that I actually give two darns about what they say. I don't care about what you uneducated fools got to say to me. You ain't changing nothing over here. Nothing. I get joy out of waking up knowing that I got these Trump supporters on the ropes. They can't stand the fact that I'm not buying whatever they're selling. It's like, you know, it's what do I say? You know, I hate to equate it to, you know, the game out here in these streets. But if you know somebody is selling you some boo-boo, you ain't gonna buy that. Only a fool would buy some boo-boo, right? Am I speaking to, you know what I'm saying? You know they selling that BS. You know they selling it, and it's been stepped on so many times. It's far from what it should be. And so at this point, they just think I'm dumb. That's what I take. When I talk to a Trump supporter, I just assume they really do think I'm dumb because I'm not buying it. Well, come on, youngster. You know this is the good stuff. Go ahead and buy it. Go ahead and buy it. Fool, I've been seeing what that stuff does. All right, I'm not a customer. You go give it to those who want that. I'm not buying it. You ain't getting a crying dime out of Zeus. And that's how I treat these Trump supporters. You sell that BS on those nasty street corners on TikTok. You sell it over there where those people want to buy it because they ain't got no hope. But when you come and talk to Zeus, you better get your act together, you MAGA demons. They don't like me because I tell the truth, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you. Misinformation. All right. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva. How are you doing?
Hey, Zippers, good morning. Partner in crime. How you
Absolutely.
doing?
I'm all right. All right. It's just
You over here
another day.
roasting these maggots.
Well, you know.
So Zeus, actually, you know how I know that MAGA is in the cult.
Oh, talk to us. They know they in, but give it to us.
So I got some stuff to show you. Give me
Oh, we got the camera on. Shut up, man. Let's go.
Oh dang, it's too small. Okay, I mean it's too big. So
oh, okay. That's what she
so
said.
dude got a Trump.
I see it.
Tattoo on his forehead, but wait a minute.
Wow. Grown men spending their hard-earned.
And then we got a little peekaboo tattoo here on the chick.
Oh my God. Is that on her lower back?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Right? And then, hold on, there's more.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Now, I just want to know, is this you, Tricky Dicky? Is this you?
Wow.
I don't know. Tricky, drippy, clicky, I don't know. But is this you?
That's clickbait right there. That definitely is him.
I just want to know, is there any ladies in the audience that want to see this in any capacity? Or better yet, is there any men interested in men that would want to see this?
Wow.
You know, doing your thing.
Wow.
Well, wait, there's more.
Jesus Christ.
Now, this is absolutely crazy.
Wow. Disgusting. Wow. My God.
So yeah, and they actually have him looking like a clown. Which
what would you do if
right?
I want to know what they would do if they met somebody and they thought this was a good catch and then this ended up being disclosed.
Well, they wonder why they don't get none. Right? And then,
woo! Jesus. What? Wow. What is that? Peanut butter in the what's that in the cup? What is
that's the MAGA Kool-Aid.
Oh.
That he'll charge y'all for.
Wow.
He gonna charge you for every sip you want to take, MAGA. Let me tell you.
Wow.
Charge you by the sip, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, then we got this here.
You can't make
so who in their right mind is going to look at his face?
I know one of the Russian bears got to have one of these tattoos. This must be the source of the demon right here, the tattoo, huh?
I just want to know, like, who does this other than MAGA, right? One more.
Wait a second. Did they put a diaper on him, or was that like a mini diaper?
Yeah, that was like a diaper. But look at that.
Oh my God! Wow!
We had so much fun in UK roasting their ass with this because this is ridiculous.
Wow!
I mean, but whoever got this tat.
Yeah,
they didn't have all the money.
You got any black folks? Do any black folks go this far as
No.
Okay.
Now, I haven't came across any yet, but I'm quite sure that there are some out there, right? You know, that's what when you do your research, you come up with all these different people, and so you know you get stuff like this.
Wow.
Where they get it on their throat.
Oh, on their throat. Throat goat. He a throat goat, huh? I'm done.
The throat goat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Nancy Reagan, she can tell you about that.
I'm done. That's definitely
it's just wild. And then this is somebody with a straight up haircut.
Wow. I'm done. They need help. These people, ladies and gentlemen, these folks need help.
These people right here, man. These people right, they got the cryptic chronic Trump the light or something. I don't know what they got going on, but
tell them, wow.
In their right mind. Who?
It reminds me of Roger Stone getting that Nixon tattoo on his back, right? I mean, when you're gone, right? When you're
I mean,
going,
this is worse than that. This is like exponentially worse.
wow,
Absolutely.
wow.
Can you imagine?
How
I mean, you in the grocery store, Zeus?
Heck
You
no.
know what I mean? This is something you might find at Walmart. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, you in the grocery store, you trying to just get your meal for the day, whatever you want to cook, whatever.
Wow.
And then it just, you see this and it just ruins your appetite. Like when you try to ruin their breakfast, this is how they ruin, just ruin their existence. Look at that, man. That's crazy.
And it's that's crazy.
And it's kind of bad art too when you look at it. But the hair is like, it's just off.
You're spot on, Miss Boss Diva. You're spot on, and I'm truly speechless. I'm very rarely speechless. But as funny as that is, deep down inside, I'm very concerned about these folks.
It's going to take deprogramming for sure. And I don't know, like, you know, it's a funny thing. The military, if they find that you did any kind of treason or whatever, you know what? You get taken off to a secret location where you don't get no trial. You don't get any of that. They just wrap you up, throw you over and get more bait, right?
Bingo.
And then your existence is completely wiped out. That's what we need to be doing for these MAGAs that just too far gone off the edge, and there is no helping them because there is some people out there that you just cannot reach.
Bingo. And that's and that reality right there is why I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing. We're just sending them straight to jail and then in hell, right?
Yeah, I guess Trump's going to court today, huh?
Yep.
Going to court.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see what happens with that. But much love to you, Zeus.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Take care, everybody in the chat. Stay safe in these TikTok streets, and I'll see you up in there. You know?
All right. Well, listen, thank
much
you
love to you, Mr. Handsome. I forgot to tell you how handsome you are.
Thank
how much you glow. Every time you roast those maggots, you look like, you know what I'm saying, you just got more youth, bestowed upon you. So, yeah, keep doing what you do, baby.
Thank you so much, Miss
Love you
Boss
so much.
Diva. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Miss Boss Diva.
Look at her.
Good.
She's a bad man.
Hey.
Just as fine as you and me.
Yeah.
She's a bad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move it along. Let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning, my good friend Karma.
How are you this morning, champ?
I'm all right. How are you? Always a pleasure to have you coming in and bringing that heavy hammer of truth down with Zeus.
I got in trouble the live I joined yesterday with you.
Oh, really?
You backed out. Yeah, I took the heat for you for a little while.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had to take a call. I can't stay in those spaces for too long.
Yeah, but what they don't understand is, for anybody that's MAGA that's listening, I have one question for you.
Go ahead, get him.
All right, what are you going to do if he says drink the Kool-Aid? What are you going to do? If he stands before you and he says drink the Kool-Aid, what do you do, MAGA? Do you stand faithfully and blindly as you act like you are every day, every second that somebody mentions his name? Or are you going to drink it and say, okay, I sacrifice for you. This is what you say.
That's a good question. Any Trump supporters out there want to answer that question? If Donald Trump were to tell you to drink that Kool-Aid, the proverbial Kool-Aid, what are you going to do?
Thank you. That is it. And then I have one other question, Zeus, that I know somebody like you would have noticed. Okay. We see Trump do all these rallies. Let's go back to before the election.
Right.
To all these rallies.
Right.
Now then, in any of those rallies, think very seriously, all your listeners. And MAGA, jump in on this if you feel that you can answer and be polite. I doubt that happens. But anyway.
Right.
He gives all these speeches. Truly, they think that he's just, he just practically floats and walks. But watch the January 6th speeches at the Capitol. Why is that the only speech that I've ever seen Donald Trump get where he had bulletproof glass in front of him the whole time? Now, check all his other rallies and speeches that he gave prior to the election and post-election. But it's January 6th, and there's bulletproof glass in front of that stage.
Why is that?
Why do
Mr.
you
Nice
need
Guy.
bulletproof glass if you're just having a speech that says, I'm really concerned about the election votes?
That's a good question.
The other question I have, Mag, is this. There's things that are called protest, right? Peaceful protest. You go, you raise your sign, you make your voice heard that something's not right, it's unequal or whatever. But you go and you protest peacefully and you make your point known. Now then, if you have to take a weapon, if you have to take pepper spray, bullets, rubber bullets, any kind of weapon or that will provide an ability to conduct any kind of violence, that is not a protest. That is a riot.
Bingo.
You are going to do harm. Don't say you're going to take it to defend yourself, because if everybody's like you, then what do you need to defend yourself from?
Right. Why did they take all those weapons if they were just peacefully protesting?
Exactly. And my other thing is this. Now let's come on, MAGA, let's either get on the pot or get off the pot. Let's make it real simple. Okay? If you're going to call J6 people that were involved at the Capitol, are they prisoners? Are they insurrectionists? Are they Antifa and BLM? Make up your mind, stick with the story, and stay with it. They can't all be. And if he's going to pardon J6 people now, MAGA, if you're going to say, he's going to pardon them J6 people, okay, let's pardon all of them.
Bingo.
If you're saying that some are Antifa and BLM, pardon those people too. Just trot them out that building and out the jail too. It can't be selective. Thank you.
Tell them, Karma. You can't be selective. You can't play both sides, right?
That's right. You got to pick a side and stand on it. But truly, the bulletproof glass thing, Zeus.
Yeah.
Check that out. Watch that.
I'm going to.
Speeches were all behind bulletproof glass, and none of his other rallies are.
Yeah.
Why do you need that? And if you'd ask you guys, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
They won't answer you, Karma, because it's too much truth. It's like giving them a calculus book when we talk. I figured that out.
Yeah, it's like a monkey looking at a math problem.
So true.
Thank you for your time today.
No problem. No lies detected. Thank you, Karma. You see,
have a good day, MAGA. You guys rock too. We all rock. We're Americans, by golly. We're not divided. We're Americans.
Bingo.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Karma. No lies detected. I see Mr. Nice Guy is in the audience. Shout out over there. Right, I do sincerely appreciate, Mr. Nice Guy, that you came here. And yes, this is a safe space for Zeus and his friends, all right? But if you're a Trump supporter, it's not a safe space, right, Mr. Nice Guy? You know how I get down. You know what I tell you and your friends.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
And Mr. Nice Guy, let's be honest. Do you hate our country? Please, that's just yes or no, Mr. Nice Guy, all right? It's always nice to see you coming in here and getting your daily dose of truth from Zeus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest. Oh, my goodness. Nutty Professor. Good morning, Nutty Professor.
Good morning.
All right.
How about those national champions, Michigan Wolverines, my alma mater? Go blue, baby. Go blue. Go blue. So anyway, so I'm listening.
Well, you know that came with a price, though. I mean, there's a lot of nasty things they said about the coach there, but we're not going to get into that.
So you know what's funny? It's Michigan against everybody. So you know what? Bring it on. Bring it on.
Okay,
so
listen, I don't got a dog in the fight, but congratulations, my good friend.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Here's what I gotta say. So I'm listening to the arguments of the immunity hearing, and Trump's attorney, who is the former Solicitor General from Missouri, he conceded to a point that Zeus, I wish I had captured it, because if you can get it somewhere online, I need you to get it into one of your little things that you just hit the button and it plays.
Yeah.
He conceded that the president of the United States can be prosecuted under certain circumstances.
What?
But yet these Magites, they want to get in like because they've become legal scholars.
Billy Buckeye, he's not
Yeah.
lying. Listen. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
lying, but this just literally happened, and I heard it with my own ears, and the news is reporting on it.
Wow.
They
Wow, Billy.
they get in these lives, and they become legal scholars, and they say, well, a sitting president can't be prosecuted. Well, we know that that's a lie. We know that was the policy of Trump's DOJ under Bill Barr. That was their policy. And I've always said it. I'm like, no, you're wrong. A sitting president can be prosecuted. Bill Barr was just saying, I'm not going to do it.
It's not BS.
There's a
Listen,
difference,
Billy.
though.
Keep going.
Because
You're
Merrick
getting
Garland,
Billy upset. You're getting Billy upset.
Merrick Garland, if he did something right now that amounts to a crime, my expectation
Right.
of Merrick Garland is to investigate, and if he finds it to be credible, my expectation is to bring charges and prosecute his nasty behind.
Nasty behind. Thank you.
So I don't care if you're a sitting president.
We don't.
What we should care about is that the law is not above one person. Because if the law is above one person, what does that make that person? It makes him a king. It makes him a dictator. It makes him a monarch. Everything that we said that we did not want in this country.
Bingo.
So with that being said, in the same breath, he then turns around and claims that no, the president can't be prosecuted because he can only be prosecuted if he's impeached and convicted. So in the same breath, he then turned and said that the only way you can prosecute him legally is if a political process known as impeachment and removal from office happens.
Right.
And I'm like, make it make sense. Like, he literally is arguing this right now in front of the U.S. Court of Appeals.
Wow. So he's out there embarrassing
And these
himself.
judges, 3 women, 2 appointed by Biden, 1 appointed by HW. No, excuse me, W. These women, they are taking them to task.
Let's go. Let's go.
These women are taking them to task. And one more thing. Our buddy, Mr. Smith himself, is sitting in the courtroom.
Jack Smith is there?
He is absolutely there in person.
Hallelujah!
He's
Praise the Lord!
Yeah, he's not arguing in front of the Court of Appeals. This is his
staring.
case, so he's monitoring it.
Yeah, because, last time he went into court and Trump was there, they say he stared at him the whole time and didn't blink once.
Well, my guess is that's the reason why Jack Smith is there, because Trump said that he was going to, and Trump is there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling a win for Jack Smith, because Jack Smith saying you like to intimidate people, so I'm going to come and intimidate you because I know that my presence triggers the F out of you.
Bingo. Yeah.
So Jack Smith is sitting in the courtroom.
Thank you, Jack Smith.
Thanks for the time, Zeus.
All right, you're welcome, Nutty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Nutty Professor. He's one of the Kingdom bad boys. This is for you, Mr. Nice Guy. Billy. What you gonna do, MAGA? Yeah! What you gonna do? It's over, MAGA. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? It's over, Mr. Nice Guy. It really is. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, guess who we got next? Brother Swervin. Good morning, Brother Swervin. Another Kingdom bad boy. How are you doing this morning, my friend?
Good morning, my friend. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Just tending to the affairs in the kingdom as usual. These Trump supporters are very upset today, aren't they?
I know they seem, what's the word I'm looking for here that they try to use against? Oh, triggered. They seem incredibly triggered for some reason, and I know not why.
Daddy's at court today. They know.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, talking about presidential immunity, and how he should have blanket immunity. Well, if
Right.
he gets blanket immunity, that means Joe Biden gets blanket immunity.
Mm.
So there goes your impeachment inquiry, and there goes, Joe Biden could then say, "Hey, I'm not going to accept the results of the election. I don't care who wins. I'm just going to sit right here."
Right.
No, 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 we won't have any of that.
Mm.
You know why? Because Joe Biden is a man of integrity.
Bingo.
And they sit here and they make these false comparisons. I listened that speech you played earlier. I listened to that speech as it was happening live.
Mm-hmm.
That man is out of his damn mind. That man is out of his damn mind. To sit here and say that Joe Biden has taken billions from China, and or he took what did he say, like 2 billion from the mayor of Russia's wife?
Yeah.
Which that's already been debunked. He never took any money from her.
Right.
And they sit here and they believe it. These people are sitting at home in their Trump 2024 Speedo, covered in peanut butter.
Wow.
Going, wow. Wow, I knew it. I knew Joe Biden did that.
Wow.
And Joe Biden ain't did nothing. He's released his we've seen his tax returns. We've seen his bank records. You know why? Because Congress made them public.
Right.
This man ain't got no money.
None.
I mean, he's got money. He's got a couple mil, but he ain't sitting there rolling in dough like Donald Trump claims to be. Oh, and by the way, MAGA, what's the weekly donation up to today? Because him going to court is nothing more than him using it to grift again. They told me I don't have immunity, so I have to fight all these court cases.
Wow.
So I'm going to need your money.
Part.
Man is just going to grift you again. This time, when you send him a donation, maybe you get a piece of his hair.
Oh.
Maybe you get a strand of his hair.
Ooh. They would love that.
And Zeus, I was wondering, brother, if you could do me a favor.
Absolutely.
Because you are much better at mixing stuff than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find the part of Donald Trump's speech when you get a chance? You don't have to do it now.
Right.
But when you can you find the part of Donald Trump's speech at the ellipse towards the end where he says we're going to go down to the Capitol?
Yes.
And we're going to fight like hell because you won't take your country back with weakness.
Really?
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol.
We're going to do it.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
That part?
That part.
That
part.
Yeah.
Because I remember I tried playing it in Dane's live, and Janae told me that had been debunked. He never said that.
Oh, the Russian Bears with zero credibility.
He never said what you just played. So once again, all she's about is just the lion. And you know what else I found funny about her?
What's that?
She said when we were in DJ's live, she said these guys were yelling, and she didn't know how to get in between two men yelling at each other.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? She said that, right?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
She's got no freaking problem interrupting you when you talk.
Ain't that something?
She's got no problem interrupting everybody else when they try to speak. She's got no problem interrupting them. But when something racist comes out of someone's mouth, or something homophobic or transphobic comes out of somebody's mouth, I don't know how to get in between those people. I don't know what to do. Oh, but you got no problems interrupting everybody else.
Bingo. Spot on, Swerve. And
So
she has no problem lying. I know she got a MAGA demon
she's
problem.
got no problem lying. And
Wow.
I know she'll be sitting there today in Dane's live making some excuse for what I said. And Zeus, me and you are completely off the rails and we're just all radical and
Yeah.
in fact, I'm getting ready to run myself off the rails right now just to make them believe in the truth.
Yeah. No lies detected.
So, brother, you get back to your kingdom.
All right.
I appreciate you having me up as always.
Fair enough.
And MAGA, I'm watching you.
Oh.
I'm watching you, and I'll be coming for you.
Oh.
Thank you, Zeus.
You're welcome.
And to my friends and family down in the kingdom, thank you as well. Can I give you a quick update on my dad?
Sure.
He was in critical condition. He got upgraded to stable,
Good.
normal condition last night about 5 o'clock. They're doing surgery on him today. He has water on his brain, along with several other issues within his kidneys and stuff like that. So it's like he's been upgraded, and right now he's stable.
Okay.
And right now they're drilling a hole in his head to relieve the pressure and get the water off his brain.
Wow.
Especially as a late stage Alzheimer's patient, that can be really dangerous. So,
Right.
But
All
he's
right.
he's okay for now. He's stable. So I appreciate all the well wishes, the thoughts, and the prayers that went out to my stepdad.
All right.
He's an incredibly good guy, and yeah, I just love him to death. So
All
thank
right.
you, Zeus, for letting me use your platform to put that out there, brother. I appreciate it. So
Absolutely. And our prayers are with you, Brother Swerve. And thank you for
thank
the
you, sir.
update.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
get back to your kingdom.
I will and I
And,
shall.
Thank you as always for having me up. Thank you to my friends and family down in the chat, and to you maggots. I'm watching you.
Tell them.
I'm watching you.
All right,
Good
ladies
day
and
to
gentlemen.
you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swerve. Another bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? For you, MAGA. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? What are you gonna do, MAGA, when we come for you? And listen, nothing would give me more joy in life than to send these Trump supporters straight to prison. All right, Mishi, good morning. Long time no see. How are you doing this morning? Oh, yes. Oh, hi. Nice camera reveal. How's it going?
I just couldn't get the button pressed.
Oh, my God. You're looking gorgeous over there. All right. What is that? Are you in a vacation destination or something? How do I get to shine like you?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Listen. Oh, my gosh. Well, it's always a pleasure to have you. All right. And good morning.
Yeah, this is my new account, so follow me here.
Follow Mishi, please, on her new account. Thank you.
Yeah, I donated my other to another creator who lost their account.
Oh, wow. That's mighty generous of you.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd come back on politics, but there's too much at stake. But anyway,
Yeah.
I came in here for a couple of reasons. I want to note the juxtaposition that obviously Biden's going to use his platform running for president for the next year to say that YT supremacy is bad, right?
Okay, right.
He's doing that. He's done it the last 2 times. And I think that that's really going to speak volumes to Trump's rallies that fan the flames of supremacy.
Got it.
So I think that's what maggots need to look at, is the difference between what it really looks like to say, I'm not part of this group and denounce it completely, versus what Trump does, which is, believes in and pushes replacement theory, which is a supremacy ideology.
Yeah, right.
And saying that the Patriot Front, those Proud Boys, those types of group are hostages, and he's going to release these wonderful people who are supremacists. So when you go to vote, you hear people say MAGA is racist. This is why. I also want to add that Trump, he has to run for president because he couldn't get a job as an employee or a manager at Radio Shack.
No lies detected. So true.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, he just recently made fun of Biden's stutter. What kind of message does it send to you guys when he makes fun of a stutter and then your kids go and to school and make fun of a second grader with a stutter when mommy and daddy are wearing his face on their shirts and wearing their MAGA hats, right? That says to them, this is somebody I respect so much that I'm going to wear their shit and I'm going to
keep it clean. We keep it clean now. Gotta keep it clean. I got you.
Okay. So this is a man that in his own words can grab women. He doesn't have to ask. This is a man that's making fun of stuttering. Whether you believe Biden has a stutter or not, as someone said, he's still making fun of it. He made fun of a disabled man. He has been found liable for assault. 26 other women have come for him. He made fun of disabled people. He defamed a woman that he's now going to have a third trial against. He's going to have to pay millions for. Okay.
Right.
He wouldn't leave his last job. He's been arrested 4 times.
Ooh.
And if that person came to you and the company you work for and wanted a job, would you give him one?
Would you, MAGA?
Would you? And you're telling your kids that this person deserves the top job in our government. The top job. It's disgusting you wearing their hats and t-shirts of a man who's assaulted women and makes fun of people like that. Just saying.
Tell them.
Saying.
You keeping up with this Epstein thing that's going on? Do you have anything to say about that? Because some of the MAGA demons are out there accusing President Biden and Barack Obama on there.
But where are they getting that? There's no evidence to support that. But I'm letting the dust settle on all of this. Listen, if they want to come for Clinton, I don't think Clinton's a good dude. I mean,
lock him up.
What he did with Monica Lewinsky, and this is the thing, guys. This is what's really, really easy as a Democrat. If Joe Biden did half the crap I just listed, sorry, is that a better word to use?
Yeah, that's clean. That's
half
clean.
the stuff. Or if indeed, after 3 years of your judicial committees, if he is found to have taken money and used it for policy changes, I won't vote for him. And I think he should go to jail. It's really easy just to say that. But for you guys, you literally have to do gymnastics and turn yourselves inside out around every corner.
Tell them. No lies detected.
So I don't know. Did Trump go to Epstein's Island and do something inappropriate? Let's wait and see. I mean, why wouldn't he? 26 women have come forward and said he's like that. And there was a 13-year-old girl who said that he and Epstein, this is a court record, you guys can look it up, assaulted her. That's out there. You can find the court document, and she got scared off, and she never did anything more than that.
Wow.
The bottom line is it's still out there.
Yep.
Right?
It's
And if
court.
Clinton is found to have done something on Epstein's Island, lock him up.
Lock him up.
Anybody.
Yep.
If anybody. Any, so it's really easy, but not Trump. Trump can get away with anything. He's allowed to say anything. He wants immunity so that he can do whatever he wants.
What a shame. What a shame.
Assault is
Yep. This is facts, MAGA. And this is why we continue to do what we do when we get out here and tell the truth. Isn't that right, Mishi?
That's what we try to do. I know you need more people, but I just haven't seen you in a while, my friend.
I know. I haven't seen you, but now it makes sense. You donated your other account.
I did. It was like, I don't think I want to do this politics things anymore because of some of the stuff that happened. And so someone had lost their account by something really silly.
Got it.
So we talked on the phone and I gave it to them.
And that's so beautiful. That's a great sign of friendship right there. I mean, I really think that's a
I would have
beautiful
given it
thing
to you, Zeus. I mean, it was somebody who, you and I both know, and they're big and they lost their account for something ridiculous.
Wow.
And it's really hard to build back an account. So
it really is. That's why I try to keep it clean, but if
Me
it wasn't
too.
that
I never
hard.
lost my account. I've never
Wow.
my big account. I never had lost it. So
Yeah.
All right, keep it real, my friend. But
All
you
right,
got
you
to
too.
remember that you're putting into president somebody that has this type of character who would not get a job. Really.
Anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Well, listen,
It wasn't
Mishi.
that.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Mishi. No lies.
I gave it away to another creator, Terry. That's why I didn't lose my big account. I donated it. Thank you, though. And I did not wish harm on people. Do you know what happened with that, Zeus?
Nuh-uh, I don't.
Oh, I did and Terry, let's just put it out there. I did a piece in my Sarky sassy way,
Right.
where I said, MAGA moms and dads, I hope that your children marry a man just like Donald Trump. They didn't like that.
Why not?
Well, then I went on to name all the things that he has done. And I said, no, I really hope that when she's at home with their little tiny baby, like nursing their baby, he's off banging a corn star. I mean, they didn't like that. And I said, I hope that when you're on vacation, like he tells her to take a lap around the pool so all the other men can Google her. Like all the stuff that Trump has done.
Yeah.
What he did to Ivana, when he was mad, he pulled her hair, assaulted her. So I just listed all the things that Trump has done. And they were like, why are you wishing harm on our kids? I'm like, no, I'm not actually wishing harm on anybody's children. What I'm telling you is that when you vote for a man who does these things, you're telling your daughters and sons that this is appropriate.
Bingo.
That's what it was. So it wasn't, sarcasm is wasted, satire, hyperbole. So they that kind of went over their heads. But no, I didn't lose my account at all. I gave it to another creator who's big on this app, who's actually live right now.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's amazing. And as always, thank you for the updates and for checking in. You ought to come on back some more. All right. Please do.
I would love to. Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Mishi. No lies detected. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. You Trump supporters are a bunch of liars and hypocrites. A bunch of liars and hypocrites. I can't believe this stuff. You get mad when we basically say you got to deal with the personality of Donald Trump, and we say, you know what? Your daughter should probably be with a man like him, and not all of a sudden it's a problem. No, wear your badges with honor. Jesus Christ. All right. Venus, good morning, Venus. How are you doing, my good friend? Long time no see.
Hey, Zeus.
Hey, how's it going? How are you
What
doing?
is going on?
Oh, just bringing the truth to TikTok as usual. There's a lot of people out here crying. They're saying that we're being too mean to them. What do you got to say about that?
Oh, cry me a fucking river. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm so sorry.
I got that.
But you know what's happening right now?
What's that?
Jack Smith is watching.
Oh, Jack Smith? And what is he doing? And who's he watching?
Trump.
Oh, he's watching Trump.
Oh, he's watching Trump.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what he's doing?
What's that?
He's showing Trump what the bottom of a bus looks like.
Oh my God! Really? Did Trump? I heard he pooped on himself in his diaper. Is that true?
I probably did. He probably did. And the car room is smelling. That's why they had to take a break.
It's too early to be taking a break. Doesn't he want to get to the bottom of this and get this thing all resolved? How many breaks?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Because poop is going to come when poop is going to come.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And there is nothing that courts can do about that. Because when Trump poops, everybody smells it.
Wow. I mean, that's a difficult thing for me to even visualize or imagine. All right.
I don't even want to think about it, but you know it happens.
I Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen it for myself, but according to
I don't want to see it.
but according to trusted sources, that's what he does, though, right?
Oh yeah, and his cellmate. Oh, he's gonna end up like Jeffrey Epstein.
What? His cellmate?
No,
Oh,
Trump
Trump.
is.
Oh, you think? Oh,
Because he can't keep his mouth shut.
Mm.
And his cellmate is gonna be like, my God, will you shut up?
Oh my God! Wow. Hey,
And-
listen. I hope that doesn't happen. I want him to. I really want.
Oh, you know what? I hope Trump lives a whole fruitful life,
In
getting
prison.
all kinds of new experiences in prison.
Correct. We want him to live a fruitful life in prison. We want him to be a model prisoner for millions.
Trump doesn't even know what the bus looks like. He doesn't even know what the inside of a bus looks like. But he's going to be able to tell everyone what the bottom of it looks like. Because here comes Jack Smith.
Uh-oh. Tell him, Venus. Oh my God. Yeah, you right on time with that
And
one.
that is my time. I love you. I love everybody in here.
Okay,
And
okay, we love you too.
Trump supporters come in here to watch you because they have nothing else to do.
Oh, they're a bunch of losers.
They're sitting in nursing homes in their wheelchairs, and this is all the attention they get.
I'm done with you, Venus. I'm done with you. You're
Okay,
making me.
I love y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace
Let's
out.
give it up to Venus. Wow. That's my girl right there. Oh my. You hear this, ladies and gentlemen? MAGA is in their feelings bright and early today because their daddy is in courtroom getting stared down by Jack Smith and pooping in his pants. What a loser. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning, brother Attacking. Thank you, Venus.
Let me put my Bluetooth in so I can hear him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put the Bluetooth in. All right.
Yeah, well, so let me get right to the top.
Double D, you're a loser. Cut it out. Sorry,
So I did a video of Snuggles' video where he was calling a comedian a fake liberal going into January 6th, the Capitol. He's a comedian. So I reposted it. So I showed the guy a comedian, which Snuggles is saying he's infiltrating as being Antifa or Mega to attack the Capitol. That's a lie. So I did that. I could always show that Snuggles says nothing but lie. But I aired the DC case this morning.
Oh, okay.
And the attorneys for Trump literally said that while Trump is in office, he could unalive people.
What?
Criminally.
Wow, they said
that. And in the form, yes, to the judges.
Wow.
And that if he was to leave office, he could not be charged.
Wow.
Yeah. And the judges, you know how I ask like Snuggles and Janae yes or no questions and stuff like that, and they're too much of a chicken poopy to answer?
They're scared.
Well, the attorneys, the attorney for Trump, the judges were asking them yes or no questions, and he wouldn't do yes or no. He did the same thing, has changed it and pivoted. They wouldn't do yes or no.
Wow. So that's where they
these
get
Trump
it from.
lovers who are liars and chickens that answer questions honestly, the attorneys did the same thing. But I just want Snuggles to know he's not going to win the immunity.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah. Listening to the judges, they ain't siding with Trump. They're not siding with Trump, and they're gonna deny the immunity. They haven't done it yet. We'll probably get it in a day or so, whatever it might be, but they will not grant him immunity because he doesn't qualify for immunity.
Silence.
And Mishi, if you're still here, I get the same attacks when I call out horrible people like Snuggles and Janae for supporting somebody who assaults women and denies it. You're horrible parents. You're horrible people. If you ignore the fact that Donald Trump assaults women and you have, well, it's not a criminal case. It's only a civil. So you're okay with Donald Trump putting his fingers in women because it's a civil case. So see, this is where I say, you people wouldn't believe it unless you're holding down the women, watching Trump assault them, and then you would still blame the woman being assaulted.
Y'all some sick folks.
I'm sorry.
Tell them attacking.
I'm sorry. You may not like my approach, and I take full responsibility what I say. Don't blame anybody who follows me. Don't blame anybody who's a friend. You blame me. I call your piggish attitude out, and you don't like it. And you're afraid to debate me, Snuggles, one-on-one. You know why? Because you'll never bring me facts or documents to prove your point. And by the way, I'll offer you $10,000 right now, Snuggles. Show me proof to mass voter fraud. Do it on Zeus's broadcast, and I'll ship you 10 grand from my bank to yours.
You can do that?
Do you got what it takes to show mass voter fraud?
Snuggles! Let's end this today, Snuggles.
Do it today. Do it today. Right now.
Right here, right now, Snuggles. Let's do it today. Show us the evidence that Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani said it was out there to prove there was voter fraud, Snuggles. Do it.
I'll let somebody else come up. Thank you for letting me up. And by the way, I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm angry.
Well, listen, it sounds like you had your coffee. It sounds like you had your coffee.
Not yet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Attacking. He's one of the Kingdom Bad Boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is.
For you bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bad fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool.
Bad boy, bad boy. What are you gonna do, Snuggles? What you gonna do? Snuggles, let's settle this once and for all. Show us the evidence so that I can get my cut of that $10,000 that Attacking says he would send to you today. No excuses, Snuggles. All right? There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Snuggles.
That's a lot of energy in here, a lot of pent-up anger in this room. Wow. Hello, everybody. Hello, Attacking. Hello, everybody. Swervin, I took your cooking class. I cooked up that pork thing this weekend. I'm going to try it out.
Okay.
And I wish Swervin's father-in-law.
Cut the nonsense.
Okay, yeah. You know what?
Attacking is saying he has 10,000 US
Attacking is wonderful. But listen,
do you have the evidence?
I'm gonna wait till let the courts ride that out a little bit. Wait till some of the Trump's defense come out, and that's good. Hey, can I ask you a question? Did you vote for Hillary Clinton?
Yes.
Did everyone attacking? But let's I just want to know if they voted for Hillary Clinton. Who voted for Hillary Clinton out here?
So, ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now is the MAGA defense.
I'm just wondering. Okay, so you voted for Hillary Clinton, and her husband is part of Epstein's flight logs.
Give me a break. Put him in jail.
Lectures of a man
who
got massages from teenage women on a plane.
Snuggles, do me a huge favor.
What?
All right. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to hear about any of that. There's really
you don't want to hear that?
No. Do you, yes or no, have
you cannot
evidence?
Be a hypocrite, though, brother.
Do you have any evidence to support that the election was stolen? There's $10,000 on the line, Snuggles.
I'm going to wait till the courts make a decision.
Okay,
on it,
so that's no.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so number one, that's that. Now,
what's the second question, bro?
Yesterday I covered ad nauseum Trump was definitely involved with Epstein. What do you have to say about Donald Trump being involved with Epstein? He had dinner with him, according to the butler, been on a couple of flights with him. What do you have to say about your leader hanging out with Epstein? And I got pictures to show he was with these.
Go to the island like Bill Clinton did.
Huh? See, can you answer the question without talking about anyone other
He
than
didn't
Trump?
go to the island.
Can you answer the question?
His
He went
kids
to his
were on
house.
the plane.
He went to his house in Palm Beach, though. He did. Had dinner with him. What would you like to tell Donald Trump about his friendship with Epstein? What would you like to say to your
I'd
dad?
have to say he had the same friendship as Bill Clinton, but Bill went to the extreme and went to the islands. Now, Democrats, get those knee pads!
Three strikes, you're out, Snuggle. 3 strikes, you're out.
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the way. Yeah, he's a struggler.
He's a struggler. Ladies and gentlemen, that's TikTok struggler right there. Snuggle bubbles. Can't even tell the truth to save his life. Attacking at $10,000 that we could have cashed out. He could have used that money to buy me my steaks that he owes me. And he chickened out. Snuggles, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You've never been an honest person since I've known you, and I've known you for quite a while. You disgust me real bad. All right? Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Said, good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
Good morning. Can you hear me okay, my man?
I sure can.
Well, okay. I'm going to court. I'm hanging out with Trump this morning, and
okay.
We're going to figure out if I can get this thing thrown out of court. What do you think?
What is going to be your reason to get it tossed out?
Well, I was president of the United States, so that's it. I mean, why not?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, you're going to need a lot more firepower than that. What else you got besides the fact that you were president?
I paid my lawyers. I paid them. Oh, no, but I forgot to pay them. I'm sorry.
Oh, so
my bad.
You're not paying your attorneys. What else you got?
It's actually on a pro bono. So wait a minute, I'm not really suing him. I'm in trouble, I think.
Yeah, you're in a lot of nasty trouble. Here's the thing. You heard about election interference? You heard about that? You know about that? Yeah,
what is that? I didn't do anything. Right. All I did was make a great phone call.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
And you know that's
I mean,
you know, that's what a lot of people who are in prison right now, that's what they say. You know, I'm innocent. And, you know, when they start off something by saying, all I did, you know it's downhill after that, right? Why do you think, sir?
But this is not right. You got the Biden crime family. You know, oh, wait a minute. I got 4 million from China. I can't even go with that.
You got it.
I got problems, man.
Yeah.
Do I have problems?
And have you ever heard of Chapter 11? Have you heard of that?
I've done it a few times. I think maybe 6 now.
Yeah.
So I know how to do that. Okay. I know how to do that.
All right. And you know about divorce? You know about divorce?
I know that too. Yeah.
Okay. Those things will be your friends in the future. I'm not a psychic, but that's what I'm predicting. All right.
Melania's not gonna leave me. Melania loves me. She's never gonna leave me.
Yeah. You know, I got some bad news. They always say that right before they leave.
But
you got some serious problems on your hand.
I'm in trouble, I think. But you know what? It's coming down. I think you know what they're saying, that he's got some serious health issues too. It ain't just. I mean, he's not doing too well.
He's not. The orange isn't as orange as it used to be.
Oh,
right?
No. And you know they're saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The orange used to have a little bit more of a shine on it, right? You know, when the demon was at full peak, when the demon was at full peak, it's just not shining that much lately.
Did you hear about his rallies now? People are not showing up.
What?
They're not going to his rallies. I wonder why. I think that's one thing about America.
What's that?
They want to win at all costs. And if they see a loser, they will kick you to the curb with equipment. They don't care.
Yeah. And he's a loser.
And it's all about winning.
He's a loser. No lies detected.
But that was quick, man. I mean, it's almost like when I was with Stormy Daniels. That was really quick.
Cut it out.
Wait a minute. She told me it was the best ever.
They always say that. You got to keep in mind,
what's
champ.
wrong with me?
Yeah. See, the thing is, you believe what you want to believe, but you don't believe the truth. A lot of times, people when they take advantage of you, they sell you on the lie, right? They sell you on a fake, and that's what's going on. You buying the fake out there, bro.
You know what? Here's what I did.
She told me she loved me. Yeah.
But I spent $130,000, so she was supposed to tell me I was the best.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Well, yeah, you paid for that. All right. See, there's
and it was only 90 seconds.
Well, that had to have been the most incredible 90 seconds of your life, right? I've never done it, but I can only imagine it must have been really worth it for you to tear off that kind of bread. All right, to a woman that
you know what I told her.
What's
you
that?
know what I told her?
What's that?
I said, and we were getting ready to do the do. I said, you know who you remind me of?
What's that?
And she said, who?
Who?
My daughter Ivanka.
Oh, listen, that's enough. I'm gonna
leave you on that, brother. I'm gonna leave you on that, okay?
Get him out
so
of
you
here.
can happen. I love you, man. Have a good one, okay?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Sadie Sad. good comedy right there. Thank you.
I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with. Absolutely.
All right. I appreciate it.
Man, you have a great day. You have a great day today, and it's coming down, baby. March 5th. March 5th, Zeus.
Fair enough.
March 5th is when it starts.
March
Absolutely,
4th.
brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sadie Said right there. I think the court date is March 4th. All right. Good morning, April. How are you doing? The beautiful April. How are you doing?
I'm great, Zeus. I just wanted to give an update. I just listened to all the arguments. It was AP was sharing it.
Okay.
And I just listened to all the arguments. It's not looking good.
Oh.
It's not looking good. They are finished with hearing the arguments. Now listen, it was really hard to listen to Trump's lawyer because he sounded like RFK.
Oh,
you couldn't hear anything he said.
Wow.
But
they're done?
I listened. They closed it out right now. I guess they'll debate, they'll talk about what the arguments was, the judges.
Wow.
Went back, but it's not looking good, so I just wanted to report that. And what he said about their crowds.
Yeah.
So I had posted a video after the weekend because Trump had posted this huge, massive crowd on Truth Social for Clinton, Iowa. That's where he's at. And it looked like 10,000 people there.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Do you know what that was?
What's that?
That
AI?
was in 2020.
Oh, Lord!
He's standing in front of the podium, the presidential podium of 2020. So they posted that picture, but here's how bright Trump is. A few posts later, he showed the actual video for the gymnasium that he was in.
Wow!
And had a few hundred people in there. There was spaces. You know how they're all cramped up. You go to a concert. And
Yeah.
Shit, you could walk between the people. There was so much space. It was crazy. The lies that this man just keeps spreading.
So you're saying that the rally video footage, he's inflating the crowd size in it once again.
Oh, yeah, he lied. The first post, he lied.
Wow.
Showed a picture from 2020.
I'm done.
2020. And then he's not so bright, realizing he posted that picture.
Wow.
And then he posted a video from the actual little rally in Clinton, Iowa. It was hilarious. So we know he's not so bright.
So he's still selling that same BS to his customers. Wow.
Oh yeah. So he is the MAGA group is really the loud minority, and we're the silent majority.
Wow.
So
tell him. Thank you for attacking. Tell him, April.
I just wanted to come in and give the update that I listened to all of it and trying to go through because I'm not a lawyer and I'm not an attorney.
Right.
Trying to jumble, but the judge's questions, y'all are going to have to go listen to it.
Yeah.
I think maybe attacking he may have recorded it and replay it.
Right.
But
I'm gonna have to go check it. I mean, it's so interesting. It happened so fast. I thought it was going to be an all day long, maybe a couple of days event.
well, they stopped. They listened to him. They listened to the other. They may be on break. Maybe
Yeah.
they just left on break. I'm not sure, but I thought they were finished with the arguments.
Mm.
So
Wow.
that's what I mean. They asked all the questions and said, and they have their paperwork,
Right.
So
Yeah.
maybe it'll come down to a quick judgment. Let's
Right.
just hope so, because he absolutely was not acting as a president. He was
Nope.
absolutely acting as a presidential candidate.
Bingo.
He was acting for himself,
Mhm.
and we know it. But I just wanted to get that update, and I hope you have a great day, Zeus.
All right. You as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful April. All right. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard to get in the box and simply tell the truth. All right. Thank you so much, April. She's one of the baddies.
Just as fine as she can be.
Thank you, April. Hey.
Just as fine as she can be.
Let's go. All right. We are almost done, and then I got to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We reached that moment in the show. Good morning, Jess. How are you doing? All right. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just tending to the affairs in the kingdom as usual. All right.
I wanted to come up and
I got to go. Yes.
for all the MAGA supporters. Let's see here. Let me pull it up real quick.
Let's go.
They like to talk about Biden stumbling. Where'd it go?
Yeah. They call him Dementia Joe, right? He doesn't know whether he's coming or going, is what they love to say.
Oh, I must have lost it. But you know what? He was on a bike, and Biden was on a bike, and Trump was going to court.
Oh, that was happening today.
Yes.
Wow. Joe Biden.
At least Biden likes to stay fit.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've stumbled a couple times.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I mean, even us handsome and beautiful people out here make those kind of little ooh-oohs like that.
Can I also say that, they claim to care about kids quite often.
Oh, my God.
They love kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have kids. I have 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
And
Congrats.
I would do anything for my children. And I think it's highly deplorable when people teach their children not to take crap from men and then support a man that does all of these nasty, horrible things to people the same age as their daughters.
Bingo.
He's walked in on women changing during his own pageant.
Right.
He's brought Ivanka around Epstein. You guys can say, oh, he didn't go to the islands, check the flight logs, whatever. He's on there multiple times, so I don't know about you, but it's a little sus. And the fact that he brought Ivanka at 9 years old around a rapist.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yep. They have nothing to say about it, huh?
Nope. And I thought it was really funny whenever Snuggles brought up Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is old. So is Biden and Trump. They honestly should retire. But I have to say this. Bill Clinton isn't running for president.
Bingo. So stop talking about him.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be in office. He's a private citizen now. Like, if anything, lock him up. No one cares. But he's not going to be president again, and he's not going to run the United States. Period.
Bingo. Take that to the bank, Snuggles. Struggle bubbles.
Oh, and I got a little something. Can I show the crowd?
Yeah.
The Hamburglar?
Yeah, you can. This is your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask before I put it up.
Yeah, it's your time. Do what you do. Long as it's clean and not offensive, we can do it.
We got the struggler. Struggle pancakes.
Wait a second.
struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the way. Yeah, he's a struggler.
That's good right there. That made my day. Wow.
All right, you guys.
All right.
I heard my bell.
All right.
Thank you, Zeus.
All right, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Jessica. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the final part of the show where Zeus must go. If I didn't get to you today, Zeus will get to you tomorrow. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. I want to give you all a round of applause for sticking it through this whole show. All right, you really do deserve a round of applause. Thank you, Venus. For all of you, the subscribers, the gifters, and the moderators, and all the people who follow me, you deserve a round of applause. And one last round of boos and shames for my haters, for my critics, and my detractors. Get out of here. I know. Listen, we laughed and we cried together, but one thing is true. MAGA, you are not allowed to be victims on this side of town. All right? You all need to do one thing, and that's sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. It's been a great show. I'll be back tomorrow. I might be crashing some kingdoms today. I might not be. It all depends on my mood, but I'm going to definitely get caught up on this hearing that Trump had. All right? Thank you, everyone. We are out of here. Take care and stay safe on these TikTok streets. Later, Vegas girl. Angel, thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone. Yazzie, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here. Superwoman, I see you out there. Thank you, all my panelists.
Zeus, this is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Michi, I see you. DJ Cat.
Like Zeus. I like
this
to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move.
Venus, I love you too. I am Nina, Angel.
Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus.
I'm flyer than an eagle and got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool.
I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. Let's go. DJ Sound Jason. I put a bounty on your head.
This is way above the feds.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Why you hating on the God? Boy, you're such a douche.
Hey.
Try to be patient, but you had to like refuse.
Garvey, thank you. Shout out to all the single moms raising their kids. Wow, yes.
You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. With my move when I'm
and the big black truck, you know we love it. Angel, thank you. Slick as Rick, thank you.
I light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof.
Keep on doing what you do. I love you, Mr. Incognito.
I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even
you're not allowed to be victims, MAGA. Thank you, April. Keep up the great work.
Time to let loose with the truth.
Dark Warrior.
Grab your goose.
I'll see you.
Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose.
I know the ladies love me
cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Why you hating on the gods, boy, you're such a douche.
Tell them.
Try to be patient, but you had to light my fuse.
It's over, MAGA.
Like a
it really is.
These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus.
Oh, there he is, Curtis. You wanted to see me about something, Curtis? You haven't came into the box in a while, because you know what'll happen, right? I'm not buying what you're selling, Curtis. You're not a patriot. Here we go. Here you go.
I just want to buy 11,780 votes.
Right.
Which is one more than we have.
You hear that, Curtis? That's when he committed the crime. All right? This is why we call him an insurrectionist, a traitor. All right, let's go.
He's deranged.
Let's go, Reggie.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. 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 It's Zeus. Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Right.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right. Yazzie, you asked for it, Yazzie. You're going to get it. He said Zeus. Yazzie says Zeus plays the Jack Smith song. All right, I'll play the Jack Smith song. He showed up in court today. It's actually a good thing to do. Let's do it.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser. Deranged Jack Smith. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a
Get him, Jack!
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. He's deranged. They hate him with a passion. They'll do
anything they can